In this section, I will show you how I now join the front shoulder pieces with the back piece here at the shoulder cap. And I will show you how to pick up the stitches here and make nice roundings on each side of the pickup stitches. We will continue working back and forth while we join this to become the yoke. However, we do not join for the neckline yet. We start shaping the shoulder cap here, and let's just start with the setup row number 1. I have seen in the pattern that I need 13 stitches to be picked up here at the shoulder cap, and in order to take into account the difference in the stitch gauge and the row gauge once blocked and final, I will pick up approximately 2 out of 3 stitches in this piece. So we just knit according to pattern, work according to pattern. So 4 knit 1 row. So you can see I did not break the yarn this time because this will be the start of the round. Yes, so let's see here now. Now I am just before the last 2 stitches, the last 2 edge stitches, and I will do an SSK, so slip, slip, and knit them. In this way I make a nice rounding here before I pick up stitches. Now I just pull my wire so that I have something to work with, because now I need to pick up the stitches. And as we recall, we have 21 rows here, so there are 21 holes to pick up from, but we need only 13. And again, let's use the principle not to pick up one next to the wire, but we start here in the second next to the wire. And again, just like the shoulder pieces, we pick up a stitch between the 3rd and the 4th edge stitch here on the shoulder. So I will start here. So 1, 2, skip 1, 1, 2, skip 1, and on it goes. Now I need only 1 stitch, and there's quite a distance over here. I need to skip 1 and then take 1 stitch. So what I will do, I will leave these stitches again, because I would like in the corners to be a bit more dense with stitches. So I would like to pick up this one and this one. So around here I will leave 2, skip 2, and so that I can get a more density of stitches in the corners here. So I use the principle, however I will change a bit. So around here in the middle I skip 2, take 1, skip 1, and now I skip 2. So I take 1, 2, 3 stitches. Let's see if I have 13 now. Yes, I have exactly 13 stitches, however with more density of stitches in the corners. You see here 3, 3. So now, in order to make a nice rounding again and hide this 4th edge stitch that we don't use for anything now, then I knit 2 together, and I knit 1, knit 1. And I almost forgot to add in the stitch markers, so I will go back according to pattern which tells me to add in blue stitch markers for the shoulder part. So I will do that. One here and one here before I started. So there should be now 13 stitches in between the markers. There is. And I can now remove this marker, I don't need it for the back, and just work across the back stitches. And we will meet up at the other shoulder. I have now worked the back stitches and I'm here at the right shoulder, just missing the last 2 stitches of the back edge stitches. And just like on the other side, I would like to hide the 4th of the edge stitches that we don't need anymore. So I will just make a nice rounding, slip, slip, knit. And then I will put in a blue stitch marker. And you can see now we have still the 3 edge stitches in a diagonal line here, and remove the 4th one. So now I need to pick up again 13 stitches here at the shoulder cap, and just like with the other shoulder, I would like a density of stitches in here and use the principle of 2 out of 3 stitches. So let me just get some wire before we start. Here we go. So I will not take the one where we added or knitted SSK together. I will start just here. And again, I have to make sure that I pick up just in the middle of the 3rd and the 4th edge stitch. So that's here. So let me pick up this one here. 1, 2, 3. And as I picked up 3, I will skip 2, just like I did in this corner. Same principle. So I do it in the same way, just mirrored for the other shoulder. So 1, 2, skip 1, 1, 2, skip 1, 1, 2, and I skip 2, and then I have, I guess, the right number of stitches. Let's just see. I need 13. Yes, I need the final stitch in this hole here. As you can see, it's not the one up here, it's the second next to the wire. That's how I want it. So now I need to do the rounding and remove the 4th edge stitch that we don't need any longer. But first I add in a blue stitch marker to help guide the increases in the next section. So now I knit 2 together and just work the front stitches according to pattern. Let's have a look at the first setup round and see where we are. So now we have connected the front and the back at the shoulder cap, and hopefully we have made nice roundings here. We will see that when we get a bit further down, but let's just make a quality check on the other side once again to see that we picked up the stitches right. Then there should be this kind of chain here with the 4th edge stitch. Yes, okie dokie. So now I just need the second setup row on the wrong side, and then we are ready to move along with the next section. But let me just show you how to work the first shoulder stitches here. I will now start the second setup row. So I just work on the wrong side this front shoulder stitches. I have now worked the front shoulder piece. I pull this tail to make it a bit firm. So now I need to work the stitches on the shoulder cap here, and in order to make it align with the pattern here, I do a knit stitch because I've just had 3 purl stitches. So now we do a knit stitch, and then 3 purls, a knit stitch, 3 purls, and in order to align with the back pattern, I do a knit stitch, slip the marker, and start working the back. So we start with 3 purls, and I just pull this tail a bit to fasten, and now I just continue working the back stitches according to pattern, and when I reach the other shoulder, I just do like with the first one. I do a knit stitch, 3 purl, knit, and so on until the last stitch before the marker. This will be a knit stitch so that it gets aligned all the way around. I have just finalized the second setup row here on the wrong side, so let's look at how it looks like now. It is joined, and we start seeing the pattern here on the shoulder cap. So now we are ready to move on to the next section, being section 4, where we define and shape the shoulder cap here to become a bell-shaped sleeve in the design. And we also start defining the neckline. So until then, you can start considering which kind of neckline you would like, because this pattern offers 2 different types, one high crew neck and one lower and wider neck. So see you until next time.